Hey, it's Nussie, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I have been sitting on for a very long time. It's my record collection video. I'm going to be doing it just really quick, just record by record. I'm not going to be taking them out if it's a special color or anything. If you care about that, I do have a record collection Instagram that you can go follow. Yeah, I'm really close to 500, so whatever. Let's go ahead and get on to this record flipping collecting. And up first, we have Today, Junior, God damn it, the 1975's self-titled. Admittedly, not my favorite, the 1975 record, but Sex, Robbers, Menswear, those all do it for me. Everything else, I like Girls too, but like, I don't know, man, I don't like The City, don't stone me. This album, though, I like it. When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It, so goddamn pretentious, but man, the songs got a lot better. The songwriting got a whole lot better, like Paris, man. Okay, so I've seen the 1975 twice, haven't seen Paris yet, but that's okay. They were touring for, of course, the next album, which is a brief inquiry into online relationships. I think this thing is probably top 3, 2018. So good front to back. Give Yourself a Try became such a sleeper for me. Love It If We Made It was such a great great song. I Always Want to Die Sometimes is an anthem for, us people born around 9/11, I guess. I don't know why I'm laughing. We got Billie Eilish, though. Billy Ocean with Falling Asleep. Where do we go, baby? I don't know. But I like the slower tracks on here. Like I Love You and Listen Before You Go. I think on first listen, I was like, yeah, these are the best tracks. And they still are. At Long Last, ASAP by A$AP Rocky. I think this is his best album. I know a lot of people think the one previous is, but no. I just have a lot more memories tied to this thing. Canal Street used to be one of the songs I would just be blasting through my Astro as well. It's just, fucking sniping on free-for-all, trying to get to last, you know what I'm saying? Man, the nights I would stay up just blasting an album like this. Anyway, still listening to this day, doing other things though. Saunderson by Brent Faiyaz. Dude, do yourself a goddamn favor if you've not listened to this album. This is probably my favorite R&B album to date. It's just such a smooth listen. His voice is so goddamn good. He's not super sexy talking on this thing like he's doing in his music right now, which I enjoy as well. But this thing is fantastic. This is also a pretty rare pressing, 1 of 1,000, so it's not I'm not flexing or anything. I'm just letting you know, it goes for 250 high on Discogs. So this is Brockhampton's problem child named Iridescence, and honestly I think it's second best in discography. And you know what, I'm putting Saturation, all three of them, in the third place, because I think Ginger definitely gets first, but this thing I still really, really like. It's such a pure, raw show of emotion. So, yeah, this thing's high up on my list. I don't care what people say about it. Love you. Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. Man, this thing is sexy dance music. Let me tell you what. Going out on a Saturday night, you don't know what to play with the boys. You just put on 24 Karat Magic. Everyone's going to have a good time. This is my girlfriend's album, so shout out to her. It's mine now, though. True to Self by Bryson Tiller. I couldn't count a list of songs that I like on this on one hand, I think. But I bought this when super duper early in my record collecting days. It's like, you can kind of tell. It has some ring wear because... And boom, this is the start of the shitty laptop mic. What's it called? I can't get the audio to work on here. It just cuts out the music. and my voice recording, so we're just gonna have to do it like this. Childish Gambino, because of the internet. This is the one that comes with the screenplay. The screenplay makes this album, it's so much fun to read along and also listen to it. It's a whole other experience. So if you can get your hands on a copy of this thing, I highly advise it. Next up, we have Denzel Curry's Taboo. Two things to say. Urban Outfitters put this thing on sale for like $10, so I picked it up. Second thing to say is, fuck you, Urban Outfitters. Your prices are literally way too high, and it's starting to show. You're putting everything on sale because no one's buying it for those prices. But anyway, I digress. Next up, we have Drake's Views. Really, really good album, in my opinion, just because it has so many memories tied to it. Summer 16 was end spring break, man. Florida, for me, this album's really good. And so yeah, sorry I had to deal with this mic here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it on over. Hopefully the music steps back in. Dua Lipa easily became my favorite female vocalist whenever she stepped onto the scene. Probably the first time I really liked pop music again also in a really long time, because I don't know, I just kind of stayed in my rap lane and, you know, things I knew. But of course we have the follow-up as well, which is so much better. This thing is amazing. One of the better albums that dropped this year. And yeah, man, she's doing her thing, so I'm glad. It's fun. I love this sound she has too. It's my favorite sound, the 80s synth sound. Fucking, I hate myself. But yeah, great album. You knew that. Doris by Earl Sweatshirt. This is, like I said, dude, he was one of the artists that truly, like, I listened to in middle school. Like, this was one of the albums, along with like Good AM and I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside, which is, of course, the next album. This thing I can't even listen to anymore. It's so goddamn depressing and dark, nihilistic, but it's every white boy's favorite album for some reason, and if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. So yeah, listen to that on a rainy day or night with your eyes closed, so in your car driving on the highway. Folie à Deux by Fall Out Boy. This was the very first concert I went to whenever I was 8 years old. Shout out to my parents for doing that. I saw All Time Low, and then of course Fall Out Boy. I think I saw Mayday Parade as well. It was a great night. Got IHOP afterwards, so I love this album. A lot of people think it's not a good Fall Out Boy album. It's a lot better than anything they've dropped recently, let's just say that. Channel Orange, Frankie Ocean. This is the only bootleg I have in my collection, and I bought it for like $30, so that's a score. A lot of people be buying bootlegs for overpriced now, man. If you pay $40, if you pay anything over $50, now 50's too much. Don't pay $50 for a bootleg, man. If you pay more than $50 for a bootleg, you're getting absolutely skefuzzled. Endless by Frank Ocean. This is, like, admittedly probably my favorite Frank Ocean album to listen to, because it's just so easy to listen to. You can just listen to it in any environment, and it's just so nice on the ears. It's so nice. Ambient music by Frank Ocean. How could you not like it? It's got a nice holographic cover, and this thing just sounds amazing. Mwah. And like it's got some remastered and redone tracks on it, like Mitsubishi Sony. Endless, something to behold. Definitely need that in your collection. And then, of course, we have my crown jewel of the collection, my rarest in the collection, Frank Ocean's Blonde. I don't have the Black Friday sticker, but I do have this little XL right there. So it is not a bootleg. I did pay an exuberant price for this thing, but it's definitely worth it. Ever since whenever I started collecting, this thing has been on top of my one collection, which is very big at the moment because I haven't bought a record in a long time since I bought this thing. But yeah, this thing has always been my crown jewel. So I finally mustered up the money. Didn't really. I sold a very rare Mac record and basically did a swap. So Frank Ocean's Belong, amazing record. Evol by Future. Speaking of records that sound like shit, dude, this album sounds like garbage. I'm probably never gonna listen to it because it just sounds so goddamn bad, but it has Low Life and Fly Shit Only. Those songs are great. Speaking of impulse buys, we have Jack Boy's the self-titled mixtape. This thing, the last 3 tracks are solid, so as long as that's on one side, that's all my children need to hear. So Pop Smoke and the Rover, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm holding it for so long. Next, thank you, Joey Badass's Before the Money. I didn't even know that was the record name until like a year ago. And also, admittedly, I was like shopping in PacSun and Paper Trails came on and I Shazammed it when I was like 15 or whatever. And that's how I figured out who Joey Badass was. PacSun put me on. So shout out to PacSun. What do we got next? All My Heroes Are Cornballs by jpegmafia. This is so goddamn good. It hits so many chords with me. It's got that, just the sounds in this thing. Like, I look for this in music, and he just absolutely nails it. Shout out to jpegmafia for actually not hitting those girls. I appreciate that. I just got that record when that story came out too. Could you imagine? I don't know what this is. This is some dude name. I think his name's Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City. A lot of people say this album's good. I don't believe them. I just got it for the hype. It looks cool on the shelf. I put it on. This is my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. Everyone's favorite Kendrick Lamar album. You knew that. Moral Man, like, I remember hearing it for the first time and it just, it connecting, and man, that album is amazing. Speaking of amazing albums, Kids See Ghost, The 10, no, that's my own opinion. I love this album so very much. So much. I'm admittedly not the biggest Kanye fan or the biggest Cudi fan. And I say not the biggest Cudi fan because I just haven't listened to his music the most. But man, that's a great album. Lana, we're going to go real quick. What is this? Born to Die? Yeah. This kind of music, especially this one, it's kind of died out for me. So these 2 albums, but the next ones we're talking about. Lust for Life. I think this album is really good, showing the direction she was going to with Norman fucking Rockwell. And that is a really good album. That front to back. Lust for Life has some misses here there. Norman Rockwell, that thing is good. Kids by Mac Miller. Yeah, I have a Kids poster back there. Man, I don't know. Talking about Mac Miller is kind of hard because definitely my favorite artist still to this day. We have Watching Movies with the sound off. And what's it called? I was talking earlier. I did sell my... I had the black cover of Good AM. Sold that. And then I sold my white swimming. So I sold that, and then I also sold my copy of Circles because I have the Swimming in Circles box set coming in. So I have those 2 coming, and then I will have a replacement of Good AM eventually. So that's not too big of a deal. I didn't take a loss there with the Good AM or the Swimming. So yeah, everything's working out good for me. I'm finna have that full discography eventually. It's just gonna take a while. We're just shifting things around, baby. Marina and the Diamonds, Fruit, the 3-track Run, very beginning, Happy, I think, Ruin, and Blue. Dude, great songs. Great female vocalist. If you haven't listened to her music, definitely do. Beerbox and Bentleys by Post Malone. Man, oh man, this thing is hits on hits on hits on hit. This thing sounds really good. We're gonna have to just see how good it fares with the test of time. Realistically, because when it came out, it was all I listened to, very vocally as well. So, whatever. Apricot Princess by Rex Orange County. Definitely my favorite Rex album, front to back. I don't know, man. Rex Orange County. What can I say? I'm really getting like just a foggy brain here, but Nothing. No. Waiting Room. Love that. And then boom, Pony. I saw this album live. Admittedly, didn't really like the album a whole lot at the beginning, but my girlfriend really liked this album. And we went to go see him in concert. And so now I really like the album. So shout out to you, Rex Orange County. You also put on an amazing show. So thanks for that. Found that one in Walmart, so that's cool. Run the Jewels 4. This was the first time I gave Run the Jewels a try because I'm not such a stuck-up bitch about, what music I listen to. And yeah, how could I pass on this? Absolutely amazing record. So up to date with the topics of things that are important right now, and things that I think need to be reflected in my views. So, great album. What is this? Blankface by Schoolboy Q. Yeah, this thing is Schoolboy Q's best album. I don't know, what do you want me to say about it? Tame Impala's Currents. Beat bop music that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. A breakup album done so amazing. I don't understand how people hate on it. Tame Impala's The Slow Rush, the album about time, but doesn't necessarily follow a theme of time. This is admittedly probably not the best Tame Impala record, to Inner Speaker and Lonerism. Still great though. Travis Scott's Rodeo. Speaking of 10 out of 10s, this is probably the only 10 out of 10 Travis is ever gonna come close to dropping. Because man, he outdid himself the first time, right? Holy. Just talk about nailing everything. Like synths. Thanks, Mike Dean. Thank you for that. Also, Mike Dean, you had a huge hand in this. So, Birds in the Trap, See McKnight. There's a lot of hits on this. But Travis tried to do, just mood music. And, I kind of took away from, him trying or whatnot. But then he was like, no, I'm going to try really hard. And made Astroworld. And yeah, Astroworld is, of course, pretty good, admittedly. I think you replace Butterfly Effect with Watch and you have a way better album than it with Butterfly Effect on it, but that's just me. Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Curator. This is the one that just dropped on Record Store Day here. I was very fortunate to pretty much get everything I wanted for this first Record Store Day drop, and then I didn't pay attention and I missed the Freddie Gibbs, so whatever. I'll get Shitsville one day. Flower Boy, Tyler the Curator. I'm more of a fan of Wolf and Flower Boy and even Cherry Bomb more than I am an Igor and Goblin fan. So you can stone me for that one. I get Igor is a super good album. It's just really hard to not listen to in full album form. The Weeknd's House of Balloons. We're just going to go through this trilogy stuff real quick. I know I go through it. Great album. Thursday, the worst of the trilogy, but still some good songs on it. I think Rolling Stone's on it or something. If it's not, please don't hurt me. And Echoes of Silence, the best of the trilogy. There's no doubt about that. Just the production, the singing's a lot better. Don't know what to say. Also, bonus track, Kissland. Man, what a fantastic album that I used to hate. And listen, I'm still the biggest Weeknd fan you can fucking meet. And I used to not like this album, and then it grew on me like a son. And I will never, ever fucking let this album go. It's so goddamn good. Beauty Behind the Madness. This thing is also hits on hits on hits. There are some, like, missed tracks, I guess. But this thing's still really, really good. So, yeah, there we go. Starboy. Listen, we don't have to talk about Starboy, like a whole lot. There are some really good tracks on here. You trim, like, 7 tracks off this thing, and you have a really, really good album. But there's just way too many tracks on here. And then we have My Dear Melancholy. Again, this is the Record Store Day release. I'm super happy I got this. This is pretty much all I wanted, this and Cherry Bomb. So, like, yeah, glad I have it. The etching is kind of dumb looking, though. But really good album. Not album, EP. Ooh, don't stone me. And then, of course, we have After Hours, bro. This is Abel's best work. 100%. This is also the holographic pressing, by the way. Yeah, this is such a good album, man. Front to back. Heartless, Faith, Blinding Lights. The Weeknd's best 3-track run. You can't argue with me. So good. And then here's the signed version, which I got some Febreze on, so please just ignore that. So that is it. That's it. That's all the records. Oh, just kidding. We have X's records. I just kind of show them. I don't know if I'm going to keep those for the long term, so that's why I'm just like, whatever. Here, I have those, but who gives a shit? Anyway, that's it. So, like I said, if you want to follow my record collection Instagram, I will leave that in the description. It is Nessie's Vinyl. Hopefully I can put something on the screen right now to show it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more music content. Pretty interested in doing that in the future. So yeah, if you like the video, like it. And once again, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.